Hello. Good evening. I will do the other hellos as we get going. As we are 1 second away from switching across. So I realise that I have not said hello to some of you in the comments, and I will say hello right here as well on the screen. Welcome back to the 75th round. The 75th round of our quiz, and this will be T-3. We're going to go to the end of this month. In optimistic fashion, that by the end of this month, as we enter into the beautiful spring of May, then we might be enjoying something of a social life. You never know. I hear these things exist. I've not yet got one myself, but I'm hopeful. So we're going to go to the end of this month. So this is the third from last quiz, and it is the 75th round. This evening we have ourselves another 20 questions and 30 points. 29 of those points come from the quiz themselves. And of course, that 30th point comes from your bonus shout-out. So do get involved in the chit-chat and the comments on the right-hand side of your screen, or below if you are on a tablet or a mobile phone. And I will shout you out, and you will get a bonus point for it, as well as feeling like you have been a key part of this evening's quiz, which you have been. We'll start with question number 1, and then we'll get to shout-outs. Here we go. Number 1. What stood burning in front of Moses? What stood burning in front of Moses is question number 1. And we start at the top with our shoutouts and hellos. Papa and Grandma were the first to comment, so hello to them, bonus point. Grandma was second, so hello to her, and a bonus point. Neve and the team are in third place in the comments. And we are a Danish and London team this evening, featuring Ben again and half of Ollie, who is multitasking. Mary and Jeremy join us from Ireland, and they get a bonus point for it. Daniel and Adrian are also playing, and they get a bonus point for that. And in Manchester, Karen and Martin have had snow, and there has been enough snow to build a snowman, though they have not said whether they took advantage of that opportunity and have built one for themselves. Question 2. Which psychoanalyst wrote The Interpretation of Dreams? Which psychoanalyst wrote The Interpretation of Dreams? I wonder what this person would make of my dream last night. I can't remember all of it, but I can remember I woke up and I just had my second injection of a COVID jab about 10 minutes after my first one. And I was like, oh, I've had 2 so quickly. I don't know what had me dreaming about COVID jabs, because I haven't been invited to one yet. Not that high up the list. Question 3. Which 4-letter service is the central act of worship for Catholics? Which 4-letter service is the central act of worship for Catholics? We say good evening to my parents just downstairs. We also say good evening to Jane, Steve, and of course Barney, who get a bonus point as well. Claire is playing this evening with a teammate as well. She's got Laura playing. And so good evening to both of you. And good luck with the quiz. Bonus point for your shout out. Danielle and Martin, of course, in Nottingham, where the weather couldn't quite make up his mind. It's gone through everything today. Sunny, sleet, snow. Oh, yeah. It just seems that it got colder through the day. Martin is planning his pub visit tomorrow. I'm pretty sure Martin has been planning his pub visit since last week. I remember the comments last week. It was pub. Question 4. What 3 options does Google offer you as an RSVP to an invitation? If somebody sends you an invitation, you've got a Google Calendar. What 3 options are available to you? You get 1 point for each, yeah? Who else are we saying hello to? Bonus points, of course. We're saying hello to Uncle Howard, who says hello to me and all contestants. We will be celebrating Uncle Howard's birthday in the final quiz of the season, if you will. And do let me know if I should be flying the birthday flags today. We're not currently, but do let me know, and I will happily put them up. Or of course, next week as well. Question number 5 is a 4-point question. Can you identify these 3D shapes, please? I want to know the names of these 4 3-dimensional shapes. You get 1 point for each. And whilst you're jotting them down, please take a bonus point if your name is Benjamin Simonson. Ben's back on the team, and he gets a bonus point for it. Auntie Sharon and Uncle Simon also get their bonus point, as do Sophie and Tom. Bonus points galore. And hopefully, you've already got 8. Is it 8 questions? No, it's way more than 8 points so far. We've had a 4-point question, and a 3-point question. Gosh, you could have half your points already. Yeah, Daniel's saying the quiz is back in the top left of the screen, will no longer be required. No, I'm surplus to requirement, Daniel. I am soon to be replaced by an actual life. Question 6. What do Massachusetts, density times volume, and question 3 have in common? What do Massachusetts, density times volume, and question 3 have in common? Oh, Sophie and Tom have the football on. Apparently there's a match tonight. Is tonight the one that's Tottenham-Manchester United? Because there was another big match this weekend. I saw the advert for it. I didn't remember the teams either, but I think Aston Villa was one. It's Aston Villa versus a team that Aston Villa should have lost to in a previous season, but actually won. Because they were making a big deal of it. But I can't remember what the other team was. Anyway, question 7. 2 points. What are the 2 chambers of the British Parliament, please? What are the 2 chambers of the British Parliament? Martin needs to go to a pub for a nice proper pint of local ale, even if he's going to freeze outside for it. Well, hopefully they've got the heaters out. I've seen a lot of action actually of setting up these gazebos and outdoor heaters and stuff. I went to a friend's house, to the garden, of course, and they have a gazebo set up in the garden, and they have hung, I don't know how safe this is, but they have hung from the frame of the gazebo a heater. And so the heater heats the gazebo. I didn't stress test it or anything because I don't know if that's advisable or not. So if you didn't hear it from me as advice, but that is what happened. Question number 8. Itty bitty word game. Now we have a couple of themes seem to be going on today, and one of them is this: negative maths questions. Somewhere in this grid there is an 8-letter word. It works with that clue. Hopefully you can work it out. Negative maths questions. Negative is a clue there in itself. Negative maths questions. Ooh, that sounds very nice. Martin says he had an afternoon tea sat out in the garden the other night. 2 families gradually turning blue. It started nice. It was a nice idea. It's like jumping into an ice bath. They say it's very good for you, but it's not so enjoyable. Arsenal, Sheffield United apparently are playing. Oh, maybe the Tottenham game is done. Oh, Spurs versus Man U was earlier and Spurs lost. Ah, okay. There you go. And Elvis Presley was on Channel 11 this evening. Channel 11... Is Channel 11 the London Live channel? Or is that number 8? I get confused. All I know, 233 is Sky News. That's what I know. And if you accidentally do 223 rather than 233, you end up at BBC Parliament. Question number 9. Which musical theatre show features a famous fallen chandelier? Which musical theatre show features a famous fallen chandelier? Jeremy, I quite agree with you. It does sound like a fire hazard. As I said, not recommending it myself. It was just an observation. But patio heaters are a good idea. But as Danielle says, they're all sold out. They're very bad for the environment, apparently. If you're an environmentalist, patio heaters are apparently terrible. But they are also warm, so yeah, priorities. Question 10, double point question. Can you name the city and the docks? Can you name the city and the docks from this photo? Sure you can. Rack your brains, see what you can see in the picture. Hopefully gives you a clue as to which city this is, and you get 2 points if you can name the city and the dock. Oh, 11 is the Arts Channel. Thank you, Grandad. There's another idea for outdoor heaters. You could just set fire to something. We've got a is it a chimenea? We call it a chimichanga, but I don't know if that's actually what it's called. My parents are known for making up their own names for things, and then me and my sister believing that is the actual name of them, and then using that name in public to general embarrassment. But I think it's called a chimenea or a chimichanga. We shall move on. 11. Which social media platform sounds like a clock? My sister should get this one. Which social media platform sounds like a clock? Ooh, Costa's, this is very important news from Uncle Howard here. Costa's 50-year anniversary is coming up in a couple of days, and they will be selling 50p coffees at selected branches. Yeah, look at that. So find your local Costa, see if they're on the list. 50p coffees. They're still making a 45p profit per cup. Question number 12. Henry and Hetty only ever breathe in. Why? Henry and Hetty only ever breathe in. Why? My mother's claiming it's not my parents, it's my father, exclusively, who makes up the names of things. I don't know. There you go, it is a chimenea. They have a chimenea on, but you have to sit on it to feel the benefit. Question 13. How many 16ths do I have left if I am 3/4 of the way through a book? How many 16ths do I have left if I'm 3/4 of the way through a book? Number 14 is, as always, our singing computer. Let's have a listen to the song that this week's computer's gonna sing for us. It's this.
Looking out a dirty old window. Down below the cars in the city go rushing by. I sit here alone and I wonder why. Friday night and everyone's moving. I can feel the heat but it's soothing. Heading down, I search for the beat in this dirty town.
It's a very good song. One of the first songs that I ever downloaded onto an iPod. That was back in 2009, I believe. But the song is not necessarily from 2009. That is definitely a red herring of a clue. I will play it for you one more time. Have a listen.
Looking out a dirty old window. Down below the cars in the city go rushing by. I sit here alone and I wonder why. Friday night and everyone's moving. I can feel the heat but it's soothing. Heading down, I search for the beat in this dirty town.
So 2 points there. 1 point for the name of the song, 1 point for the original recording artist, please. We're getting very mixed reviews here for the maths questions. I did say there was a bit of a theme today. Daniel Hyman loving it. And my mother has broken out into a cold sweat. Question 15. What gas is pumped into balloons to make them float in air? Which gas is pumped into balloons to make them float in air? That is it, Martin. Tonight's theme is maths and religion. that seems to have become the theme. It wasn't actually deliberate, but that is exactly what I what I picked out once I looked at the questions I'd written, and that's going to come in very handy shortly as well. Keep that in your mind. Question 16. Which car manufacturer is also the name of a flower? Which car manufacturer is also the name of a flower? Number 17. What term describes someone who speaks 2 languages natively? What term describes someone who speaks 2 languages natively? 2 mother tongues, if you will. I have seen, I've never met somebody but I have seen some people have split their tongue. It looks absolutely horrific, and I think it's called a snake tongue. But they have two tongues because they've sliced their tongue in half. So, sorry for that thought. Question number 18, easy peasy question, hopefully. Which company produces the Stannah Stairlift? Which company produces the Stannah Stairlift? The best and the original. Number 19. Once you've copied that, that down from the screen, is this question here. Which sport is also the name given to a concentrated juice drink? Which sport is also the name given to a concentrated juice drink? Number 19. So that means we've only got one question to go, which is question number 20. It will be our double point dingbat. If you haven't yet had your shout out and you'd like it, it gets you a bonus point, of course, and that could be the all-important point. You never know. So just join in the chit chat on the right-hand side or below the video, depending on what you're watching. Give you a shout out, take a bonus point. Here it is. The double point dingbat for today's quiz is. Ooh, what do you see? 2 points if you can solve it. Cryptic visual puzzle. Say what you see. Just remember our theme for the evening. Could come in handy. Living our father. Danielle, I'm totally with you on the feeling queasy about the split tongue. It's just horrid. Ugh. I wonder how you talk as well. Or I wonder if you could say two words at the same time. I think there's probably too much thinking about that, isn't it? Give it just a moment more with this one on the screen, our double point dingbat. Hopefully you've worked it out. Living our father. Say exactly what you see, please, for this cryptic visual puzzle. Alright, it's going to come off the screen in 5 seconds. Then we'll start to go through the answers, see who's won today. There are no birthday balloons flying today, which means it's anyone's game. Okay. So, time to go through the answers. Most of them are 1 point, but there are a few multiple point questions, and I will let you know which ones they are as we get to them. And also, a reminder that this is the third from last quiz of this season, if you want to call it that, the third lockdown season. And at the end of this month, which will be the 25th of April, that will be our final quiz. So, hopefully, Boris has said it's irreversible. So, in theory, it's our final quiz. I'll see you at the next lockdown, but we shall see. Let's go through the answers. Here we go. Question number 1. What stood burning in front of Moses? What stood burning in front of Moses? That was a bush. Specifically, the burning bush. Number 2. Which psychoanalyst wrote The Interpretation of Dreams? That was Sigmund Freud. Sophie used to get extra time in maths. What a treat. Question 3. Which 4-letter service is the central act of worship for Catholics? The word I was looking for was Mass, please. Mass, M-A-S-S. Which technically could also have been a 3-letter service, but that would have been a bit cryptic. Question 4. What 3 options does Google offer as an RSVP to an invitation? Now, please do take 3 points for this question. The answers are yes, no, and maybe. They shouldn't allow maybe, but they do. Yes, no, and maybe. Question 5 for 4 points. The first of our maths questions. Can you identify these 3D shapes? Come on, this wasn't too difficult. This one wasn't too difficult. Easy peasy shapes here, hopefully. The first one, turn upside down, put an ice cream in it. What is it? Is an ice cream cone. We've got cone. We've got the next one is a sphere. That's the ice cream part. Then we've got a cuboid. And finally, we've got a pyramid. So 4 points, hopefully, for everyone there. Cone, sphere, cuboid, And pyramid gets you 4 points for question number 5. Number 6. What do Massachusetts density times volume and question 3 have in common? Well, the answer is mass. Massachusetts is shortened to mass. Density times volume is the formula for mass, of course. I had to look that one up. And question 3 was mass. Question 7. What are the 2 chambers of the British Parliament? 2 points for this one. The lower chamber is the House of Commons, and the upper chamber is the House of Lords. So Lords and Commons, or House of Lords, House of Commons, gets you 2 points for question number 7. Question number 8 is a 1-point question. Hopefully you found it. Negative maths questions. Negative alone maybe could have given it to you. The answer here is problems. Problems, negative maths questions, solve problems, life's problems, so negative. Anyway, hopefully you got it. 1 point if you did. Question number 9. Which musical theatre show features a famous fallen chandelier? This is Andrew Lloyd Webber's Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera gets you a point for question number 9. Question number 10 gets you hopefully 2 points. Let's see if we can do it. Name the city and the docks. I was hoping that from, I believe it's called the Liver building just behind with the 2 turrets, that you would identify this city as Liverpool. And the docks in Liverpool, they are the Albert Dock. This one here, the Albert Dock in Liverpool. 2 points, hopefully, if you got it. Question number 11. Which social media platform sounds like a clock? What does a clock sound like? TikTok would get you a point here. TikTok, please. Question number 12. Henry and Hetty only ever breathe in. Why is that? Well, the answer is that Henry and Hetty are Hoovers. They are the wheelie Hoovers. Henry is the male Hoover, and Hetty is the female Hoover. I don't know why there needed to be both, but Henry and Hetty, the Hoovers. They do mini ones as well, but I think they're still called the same names. Number 13. How many 16ths? Another maths question. I'm so sorry. How many 16ths do I have if I am 3/4 of the way through a book? The answer I was hoping for was 4. You would have 4 16ths left, equal to 1/4. Question number 14. By the way, does anybody have a Henry or a Hetty themselves? They used to have them at school. I used to rather like them, but as much as one can like a Hoover, I'm not that sad. But I don't know if anybody has them. Oh, there was a James Hoover. And Neve had it. Neve had a James Hoover. Singing computer, can you name the song and the original recording artist from the clip? Let's play it again.
Looking out a dirty old window. Down below the cars in the city go rushing by. I sit here alone and I wonder why. Friday night and everyone's moving. I can feel the heat but it's soothing. Heading down, I search for the beat in this dirty town.
This song is Kids in America. Kids in America by Kim Wilde, please. Kim Wilde and Kids in America, 2 points for it. Great song. As I said, one of the first 5 songs that I ever downloaded onto my iPod. Claire actually has a Henry. Right now, she has a Henry. Amazing. Oh, Grandma's got a very old Henry. But we don't discriminate. Look at that, all these people with a Henry now. John Lewis sold Henrys, this is from Sophie. John Lewis sold Henrys for their 150th anniversary, and one of them was called John and one of them was called Lewis. There you go. Question number 15. Who knew that the most exciting question in tonight's quiz was going to be about Hoovers? Question number 15. What gas is pumped into balloons to make them float in air? The answer was helium. Of course, you could also use hydrogen, but it's awfully dangerous if you've got birthday cake handles. Question number 16. Which car manufacturer is also the name of a flower? Now, I could only think of one. If you've thought of more than one, well done you, but I thought of Lotus. Lotus gets you the point here, hopefully. Oh, Martin's granddad had one of those Hoovers that wasn't electric. Wasn't electric. You had to go around with a straw. My goodness. bad for the lungs. Question 17. What term describes somebody who speaks 2 languages natively? I was looking for bilingual, please. Bilingual. Question number 18. Ooh, look at that, very la-di-da. My mother had a carpet sweeper. The chimney sweeper would come in once a month and the carpet sweeper once a week. And the cook daily. How lovely. Number 18. Which company produces the Stannah stairlift? Of course, it's Stannah. Gets you a point for number 18. Always our obvious question. Number 19. Which sport is also the name given to a concentrated juice drink? I was hoping for squash, please. Squash. And number 20. Double point dingbats. Living Our Father. I did suggest that you remembered what tonight's themes were. Religion being one of our themes. Our Father being a prayer, the Lord's Prayer. And there you go, Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi. Living on a Prayer gets you 2 points, please, for question number 20. Hopefully you worked it out. I love that from Sophie. We just go around with a bit of sellotape. We laugh, but they do. That's what we used to do on the ships, I promise you. We used to have weekly cabin inspections, and we used to call it chicken picking, where you would literally go and pick up the bits of dirt so that you didn't have to go and sign out the Hoover, which was 3 decks down underwater, and you had to hand over your key cards to swap it out so you would return it. What a faff. So we used to go around and chicken pick our floors. Anyway, looks like you got the dingbat, so excellent stuff. All the excitement of Hoovers. It's time to find out how well you've done in this evening's quiz. Hopefully it's a great high score. Abby got the dingbat for the Wests there. Excellent stuff. Let us see. It's a fair game for everybody tonight because we're not flying the birthday balloon. So literally, it's anyone's game. The best team will win tonight. 24 points for Adrian and Daniel is where we're starting. So let's see if we're going up or down from 24 points. It could be the winner. We have one with less previously, actually. But 25 points has beaten it already. My parents at 25 points just downstairs. Uncle Howard's Hoover has bitten the dust. 22 points for Grandma. Everyone's in the 22 points for Neve and the international team tonight. 21 points for Sophie and Tom, still in the 20s. Claire and Laura into 20s as well. 20 points for Bubba and Grandad as well. We're sticking at high scores here. We're sticking in the 20s. 22 points for Jeremy and Mary. And they say with no bonus. Well, no birthday bonus. I hope you took your shout-out bonus, though, because you deserve that. 27 points! My goodness. At the Wests. Crazy. Brilliant score. 27 points. 24 points for Auntie Cheryl and Uncle Simon. 26 points for Jane Stephen, of course, Barney. Still like 27, currently in the lead. 26, very close second currently. Unless you're coming in with another 27 or 28, who knows? 28, 29, 30, you might have done it. But it's not looking likely. Martin saying, well, it's because they've got their star player back tonight. So that double point dingbat gets you 2 points at the end. It changes the game, and it seems to have done that tonight. Those 2 points have clinched it for you. 27 points. I think we're happy to call it at that. So Danielle, Martin, and Abby have won this evening's round of the quiz. The 75th round of all, very important round to win. We will be back next week for our penultimate round, same time, 8:15 here on this channel, and then the week after, the 25th of April, will be the final quiz of this lockdown as we emerge victorious on the other side of it. Have a lovely week, whatever it is that you are getting up to. Martin, enjoy the pub every night, who knows. We will see you next week. Have a good week. Bye bye.